Hi, welcome tonight. This is Sounds of the City with your host Austin Clark, and of course every week we highlight a Bay Area talent in the music industry, and of course we are pleased to have Mr. Sikari Neely tonight. Sikari, thanks again for coming by.
Hey man, thank you for having me, Austin. I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to interview me. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
We always love having local artists here to share their story, share their influences, and tonight, as already alluded to, Sikari is kind enough to join us now. Here at Sounds of the City, we, of course, go into the Bay Area hip-hop, rap, and just band scene in general. Give me your backstory. Where did you grow up, and your influences growing up to be where you are right now?
Yeah, no problem. So I'm a Bay Area kid. Hello to all the Bay Area kids. I was born out in Oakland, moved out to the little old island, Alameda, then moved way out to the East Bay, way out to Livermore. After that, I moved up to Richmond. Now I'm out here in San Francisco. With my music, I like to describe it as experimental but cloudy at the same time. I feel like moving around has made my life cloudy, but it's let me, experiment with a lot of things in life. I've been able to branch out, and I've been in a bunch of areas in the Bay Area. So I like to craft my sound around that.
And you talk about experimental, and you just mentioned 3-4 different locations growing up in the Bay Area, and that gives you perspective.
Yeah, it really does.
And so with your music, you can definitely hear a reflection of your travels and your past experiences. Talk about that, how the passion going into your music really changes the way it sounds.
Yeah, we're human beings are interesting, we go through ups and downs every day, and we're impacted in certain ways. Music has always been a release for me. Quick little backstory, I played trumpet, since I was 5 years old. And I stopped in high school, but I always had a musical talent, musical ear. I think just keeping music with me and that being the pace of my life, that really got me through hardships and some of the troubles that I went through,
Now, we will go along with not only your future career in the music industry, but real quick, I do want to allude to you said you played trumpet.
Yeah.
Now, for future artists or people in the industry right now, do you promote the use of, traditional instruments to build your musical repertoire?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm up and down. I'm half and half. I'm 50-50 with it. Yes, I do want someone to incorporate an instrument, an actual physical product, but at the same time, I have adapted to this new digital workspace. And it's very convenient, and if you have a good musical ear, it cuts down, you having to carry an actual keyboard or an instrument. So yeah, I say yes because you need a nostalgic feel of playing an instrument, but at the same time, hey, if you can get the same sound out, I'd say stay right on your computer,
And I'm sure with the capabilities now in 2017, the technology is only growing for you to expand those capabilities.
Yeah, and every year there's some new pack that comes out that has more sounds. And a special aloha to everyone who, contributes to the music scene, especially Native Instruments is a nice brand, and they have a bunch of artists who do sound packs for them, so and they offer them for free. It's a nice way to, brand and expand your horizons,
Now, once again, Sikari Neely, kind enough to join us tonight. Going into your backstory, you said that not only you moving around, but some experiences in the past.
Yeah.
Now, is that reflected in your music lyrically? How does that transfer over to the art that you make?
That's a really good question also. So, I think of music as two things. I think of the beat, and I think of the lyrics also. It's 50-50. It's like painting without a canvas, or you have a canvas with no paint, nothing to put on it, So I put a little emphasis on the beat, and I think my beat and the instrumental reflects my hardships in the times and my past struggles. I think that's how I'll answer the question.
And again, thank you for your words because that really is felt when listening to the music.
Yeah.
And speaking of the music, I recently heard that you have released some new material that listeners out there can go get their hands on.
Yeah. Can I plug that for them?
Plug away here. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. So I have this new project. It's called TIFF, T-I-F-F. You can find that on SoundCloud. And it is short for Tiffany, which is my favorite color in the world. It's 14 songs produced by me, all vocals, mixed, mastered, edited by me. Go find that on soundcloud.com/Jarvis Neely. Thank you, man.
Thanks again, Jarvis. And one last thing, plug away as far as social media. How can fans get a hold of you? How can you get a hold of them as well?
Oh man, yeah, you can on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at twitter.com/Jarvis Neely. Or on Instagram, find me Jarvis_Neely. About those two things, you can find me. Like I said, SoundCloud, Jarvis Neely, man.
Well, once again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of Sounds of the City with special guest Sikari Neely.
Yeah.
And next week, we're going to have a special folk and country singer coming in. So stay tuned for that. I am Austin Clark.
Yeah.
Have a good night.